Hello everyone, have you heard about the Aditya L1 mission? It's India's first mission to explore the sun from space. The Aditya L1 mission is named after Aditya, the Hindu god of the sun. The mission will start on September 2, 2023, from a space center in Sriharikota, India. Now let's dive into some important key points about the Aditya L1 mission. 1. Why study the sun? The sun is our closest star, so we study it closely to learn about other stars. It's active and releases a lot of energy, which can affect Earth and space technology. Solar explosions can be a problem, so we need to monitor them. The sun also helps us understand space phenomena that can't be recreated in labs. Its particles and magnetic fields influence Earth, and this is known as space weather. Understanding space weather is crucial for technology in space and teaches us about other planets too. 2. What will Aditya L1 study? Aditya L1 is India's first solar mission in space that aims to study the sun. It will be placed in a special orbit around a point between the sun and the Earth called Lagrangian point 1. Lagrange points are positions in space where a small object can be placed that will tend to stay there without any further input of energy. This is because the gravitational pull of the two large bodies in the system cancels out at these points. There are 5 Lagrange points for any two-body gravitational system, and they are denoted as L1, L2, L3, L4, and L5. Lagrangian point 1, which is about 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth. This orbit lets the spacecraft always see the sun without any interruptions like shadows or eclipses. This helps in watching the sun's behavior non-stop. The spacecraft has 7 tools on board to look at different parts of the sun using sensors for light and particles. 4 tools look directly at the sun's surface and outer layers, while the other 3 study the particles and fields near the L1 point. These tools will help us understand things like why the sun's outer layer is hotter than its surface, how it throws out big bursts of particles, and how these particles move through space towards us. 3. What is the payload of the Aditya L1 mission? The Aditya L1 mission carries a suite of 7 scientific payloads to carry out systematic study of the sun. Visible Emission Line Coronagraph, VELC. This payload will study the solar corona and dynamics of coronal mass ejections. The VELC payload will send 14 to 40 images of the sun every day to ground stations. These images will be used to study the sun's corona, which is the outermost layer of the sun's atmosphere. Solar Ultraviolet Imaging Telescope, SUT. This payload will image the solar photosphere and chromosphere in near ultraviolet, UV, and also measure the solar irradiance variations in near UV. Aditya Solar Wind Particle Experiment, ASPEX. This payload will study the solar wind and energetic ions, as well as their energy distribution. Plasma Analyzer Package for Aditya, PAPA. This payload will study the plasma surrounding the sun. Solar Low Energy X-ray Spectrometer, SOLEX. This payload will study the X-ray flares from the sun over a wide X-ray energy range. High Energy L1 Orbiting X-ray Spectrometer, HELNOS. This payload will study the X-ray flares from the sun over a high X-ray energy range. Magnetometer. This payload will measure the interplanetary magnetic fields at the L1 point. 4. What are the benefits of Aditya L1? The data collected by Aditya L1 will help us to improve our understanding of the sun and its effects on Earth. This knowledge will be used to develop better ways to predict space weather events, which can have a major impact on our planet's infrastructure and economy. Aditya L1 mission is an important step forward in our understanding of the sun. The mission's scientific instruments will be able to study the sun in unprecedented detail. This information will help us to better understand the sun's behavior and how it affects our planet. I'm excited to see what this mission will achieve. I hope you enjoyed this video on India's first solar mission, Aditya L1. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more content like this.